The Favorites application displays your button sheet, up to 600 buttons representing lines, contacts, and functions. You can swipe the screen or use the index scroll bar to navigate through all of the pages. You can edit, duplicate, or remove a button at the button level. The contextual options specific to favorites allow you to make settings to customize the display and actions of your buttons and lines. Tap the Settings icon, the one that looks like a gear. You can set the priority, ringtone, and ring settings for any of your lines. You can set which lines are fixed, which will float, and which will display in call history. You can specify Show or Hide for CLI and notifications. Notifications display incoming calls in a pop-up. To customize these settings, tap the attribute you want to change and toggle the attribute on the buttons on your button sheet. Tap the Edit icon to move or remove buttons. Tap Rename to name each or any of your button sheets. Notifications display incoming calls in a pop-up so that you can see and answer incoming calls no matter what page you're viewing. To set up notifications, from Favorites, tap Settings. Tap Notification. Tap the line or lines for which you want to show notifications to toggle the display to Show. Other lines will display Hide. Tap Settings. The configured lines will now display notification pop-ups when calls come in. To answer the call on your default handset side, tap the notification. To choose your side, swipe to the left or the right. To assign a speed dial to a Favorites button, tap the plus sign on an available button. Tap Speed Dial. Use the soft keyboard to enter a number and a descriptor. You can also select an icon for the button: Home, Work, Mobile, or None. Tap Advanced Features if you want to specify line options such as Line, Hunt, No Line, Hunt. You can move a button to a different location in Favorites. To do so, tap the Edit icon. Tap and hold a button. Drag the button to a new location. As you hover over a new spot, the background lightens to indicate which spot. Once you're over the spot you want, let go. The Activity Monitor application is a dedicated application for displaying fixed buttons and floating buttons on a single page. The fixed buttons are displayed in the upper part of the page, while the floating buttons are displayed in the lower part of the page. In addition to pop-up notifications, the Activity Monitor is where you can see incoming calls. The fixed area is used to display buttons so that they will always be visible no matter which page you're viewing. The float area displays buttons that are configured to float for incoming and active calls on those lines. You can resize the display area for fixed buttons and floating buttons using the divider handle. The contextual options specific to the Activity Monitor allow you to make settings to select the buttons to display in the fixed and float area, remove them, and sort them by priority. Tap the Add icon, the plus sign, to set fixed or float buttons. Tap the Edit icon to remove fixed buttons quickly. Tap the Sort icon to sort high-priority calls to the top of your float area. The Call History application displays call category, name or number, date and time, and call duration of up to 200 of your recent communication events, with the most recent events displayed first. You can view call events in a specific call category by tapping on that call category. You can sort call events by tapping one of the fields in the call history list header. You can search call history entries, entering your criteria using the soft keyboard. You can filter call events by date range, line type, or call priority by tapping the filter icon. Close the form by tapping the filter icon again. To remove the filtering criteria, tap Clear. You can add a contact from your call history records to your favorites. To do so, tap the arrow to the right of a call history record. Tap Add as Favorite. Choose a button on Favorites and tap Done. Optionally, you can change the descriptor. Tap Save. The Directory application provides access to contacts in the Enterprise Directory and in your personal directory. The contextual options, those that are specific to the Directory application, are setting the directory, filtering, and adding a new contact. You can place calls to your contacts through any directory entry that has a point of contact (POC) entry for a line, intercom, or speed dial number. You can browse, sort, filter, and search the directory. Swipe the Directory app to browse the entries. Tap the filter icon to restrict the list to certain types of calls. Tap the Search field to find a particular contact. Tap an entry to call that contact.